Good afternoon, CFM. It's Coach Matt, and welcome to our second day of deload week. Let's begin our warm-up. We're gonna go 2 rounds through, start with 2 minutes of your choice, warm-up pace cardio, and then grab a medium-sized band, anchor it to the bottom of the rig, and we're gonna do our band hamstring curls. So the feet go up and through the band, so you got it anchored around your heels, and then I like to creep away from the rig a little bit, so I got a little more tension, and I'm squeezing that band. Make sure you feel a really good pull in the hamstrings at the top of that motion. All right, get 8 reps of that. And then I should grab either a PVC pipe. Actually, you could grab a PVC pipe and a barbell. The next part, you could do with the pipe on the first round. I'd like you to do it with the barbell on the second round, but it's a good morning squat. So I'll take my squat width stance, bar behind the neck, and then I'll let the knees bend just a little bit, hips hinge, shoulders come down until I feel a good stretch in the hamstrings without rounding my back. And then from that position, try to anchor the bar and just hinge back down with the knees to the bottom of the squat and then stand tall. So that's our good morning squat. So hinge, squat, stand, those 3 points in the movement. Then we're gonna take, whether you've got the empty barbell, you set that down. We'll do our pass-throughs only with the PVC pipe, 8 reps of that. And then 4 reps on each arm of our external rotation stretch with the PVC pipe. So I start with it up like a sword. It comes down by bending my elbow, and I'm reaching across the front of my body to kind of torque my elbow upward using that leverage at my shoulder. And I should feel a stretch in both the tricep and the posterior deltoid right there, and a little rotator complex on the back side of my shoulder. Okay, that'll be our warm-up. We're gonna go 2 rounds through that, and then put your bar towards the rack, and you can load up with somewhere around like less than 50% of your 1 rep max front squat. If you don't know what that is, we'll just use a moderate weight. I want you to feel some weight, but it should not be anywhere near failure, right? The first part of the workout is on a clock, and the second part is non-timed. So once you got your weight loaded, we're gonna do this alternating every minute on the minute set of front squats and bent over barbell rows. So 3, 2, 1, go. I'll take my bar out of the rack, and I'm doing my front squats like so. When I finish my first set of front squats, then I can just set the bar on the ground, all right? And on the ground, it's 3, 2, 1, go. Our next minute, we're gonna do our bent over barbell row. So that'll be from the ground until the bar touches my sternum, and I'm doing the same weight for the front squats as I do for the bent over barbell rows. So find some weight that's in the middle of those two. If there's a drastic difference in your strength between those 2 movements, it might be okay to use like a barbell for the front squats and a pair of dumbbells for the bent over rows, or vice versa. Either of that is fine. Neither of those I want to be extremely exhausting, but I want you to feel some of the weight applied to the muscles. This is kind of like our deload strength work. All right, and then after 10 minutes of that, or 5 sets through each of those exercises, we could put the bars and weights away. We're gonna do 3 rounds through at a deload pace. The first exercise is a wall-braced dead bug. So this is the same concept as our regular dead bug, only instead of having our arms moving, we're going to brace our arms against the wall. So I want my hands are flat on the wall and my elbows are bent. So I don't wanna be like head touching the wall, but I also don't wanna be with just my fingertips. I'm somewhere in the middle. Elbows right about 90 is good. And then as I'm pushing into the wall, I'm sucking my belly button towards the ground and keeping the back of my head touching the ground. So there should be tension all the way through my upper body. And I'm just going 10 reps on each leg. If I need to keep my spine braced, I can bend my knees and just tap my foot to the ground, right? But you should feel tension. You should be pulling your abs and your pelvis towards the floor the whole time on that one. Next is gonna be turn around and do some wall facing squats. So this is just a thoracic extension exercise while we are squatting. So however close you can get to the wall while keeping your hands close together and your torso nice and braced. I don't want you to get so close to the wall that you hyperextend your back and really like push your belly towards the wall. I want you to think we're still maintaining that braced neutral spine, and what should be extending is my upper back and my T-spine and my shoulders as I'm squatting down. So it's a good stretch for both the legs or the hips as well as your upper back and shoulders. And the tempo on that should be relatively slow. I don't want to go like rapid fire air squats. I want to be slow and think about that as like a stretch movement. Next one is 3 minutes of your choice deload pace cardio. So just anything that remains conversational. If you want to jog, bike, row, do shuttle runs, jump rope, etc. That's fine. And then an 80-foot band monster walk is the last thing. Grab my band here. So as we go through the rounds, I want you alternating forward, reverse, and side to side. So the band should go like right around the base of the patella tendon. Make sure it's not up like way high or down too low. Usually right in the middle of the patella tendon beneath the kneecap is right where you want it. And we're just taking that wide athletic stance. We're going either forward, reverse, or side to side. Okay, so 80 feet per round, and we're getting through 3 rounds of that little complex at a moderate deload pace. That's it for our Tuesday. I'll see you guys on Wednesday.